Take one. So anyway, now I'm Jason Young, and I'm from Edmond, Oklahoma, is where I was born and raised. I got my start in music with a guy named Ty England, who was a country singer. Is a country singer that used to play for Garth Brooks, and he had a big song called Should Have Asked Her Faster, was his big hit. I was introduced kind of to the music life through him on a national scale, you know, just being a road manager, and I was still learning rhythm guitar at the time, so I've never claimed to be a really good guitar player, but I started kind of just learning about the music industry through him, and he taught me how to deal with fans, and I learned so much from that guy. He's a really good person, and I worked for him I think from about 99 to 2003, and I ended up getting a job in Florida, and I moved to Florida, and I worked for a guy named Chad Brock out there who had a song called She Said Yes, and Cletus C. Judd, who's a country comedian, and so I ended up just working off and on around a lot of great people like Aaron Tippin and Confederate Railroad and some of these guys that have been on the road for so many years that I really respected. I learned how to be a road manager. I learned the business life out there. You know, I learned how to be a musician and I really cut my teeth at the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa, really. I was doing a couple shows a week for a long time, and they treated me really well out there. And so my wife decided, she said, this was before we were married even, and she said, you know, why don't we go to Oklahoma and try this Red Dirt Texas thing? And I said, you know, let's do it. It was nerve-wracking, you know, but I wanted to come home. I'd been away for like 8 years. So I ended up coming back home and, you know, and formed a band here and was playing little gigs and trying to get, nobody knew who I was. Nobody even back in high school even knew I sang. So nobody knew I was a musician. So that was kind of the funny thing. But I ended up coming back here and just starting over, basically. You know, like I'd built up so much good stuff in Florida, and that was probably the hardest thing for me. I ended up meeting a rancher here, Jim Burgess, and we ended up, you know, I'm out on his ranch every week now. And I'll be honest, it's been such a blessing being a part of that. And he saw something in me and said, hey, I want to help you with this stuff. And the thing for me was, you know, we did this record here, and the first song we kind of released that went to Texas radio in our market got into a major movie. It's called An Evergreen Christmas, and it's starring Robert Loggia, and Naomi Judd's in it, Boo Boo Stewart from Twilight, Tyler Ritter, John Ritter's son's in it. And for me, I got to go to Hollywood and got to go to the premiere. And as a songwriter, you know, I'm from Edmond, Oklahoma, you know, like that meant a lot to me. So, you know, just being out there and then, you know, being in the room with the producer on stage and saying stuff, you know, to me. And where's Jason Young at? I'll never forget that. I wanted to cry so bad. It was very moving, like that happening off the first single we released. It was also our first single to Texas radio, and it went to 33 on the Texas charts. After that happened, we released our second single, The Moment, and went to 34 on the Texas charts. In the meantime of all this going on, we got another movie deal, and we have a song called Crank It Up. It's the first song on the CD. That song is going to be in a movie called Shut Up Anthony that comes out in March or May of 2017. So we're excited about that. We're working on our third release, which will come out at the end of February, and that's what we're doing here today. So we are here to cut a live version in the studio of Under My Skin, which will be our third single to Texas radio, and we're very pumped about it. So it was a song that it was weird. I came up with the chords, and I sat there and I was like, man, I love this bluesy kind of unique, it reminds me of a Louisiana kind of swampy sound, and I didn't know, that's what was in my head. And we sat there and I just kept playing it over and over, and then the lyrics just came to me. And it was one of those things that just fell together really good. Now we're getting ready to release that. We're here at the music group, so with LG and Bryce here. So we're excited, and we've been recording today. And I'm listening back, I'm blown away at how good everything sounds. So I'm excited about this project.